We have, amongst our greetings, two letters that I would like to share with you. The first is from Rishi Sunak, our Prime Minister, and he sends personal greetings. He says, I would like to send my warm wishes to all those attending the service at the Brixton Seventh-day Adventist Church to mark the 75th anniversary of the arrival of the HMT Emperor Windrush. I know that hearing the new Windrush anthem, which was sung today, which you have commissioned to mark this important date, will be particularly poignant. In this country, we owe a great debt of gratitude to the Windrush generation. When the UK faced a post-war labour shortage, it was the people from the Caribbean and the wider Commonwealth who saved our public services. I want to personally acknowledge and celebrate the Windrush generation's enormous contribution to the UK, not just in the vital work of rebuilding the country and public services following the Second World War, but also in enriching our shared social, economic, and cultural and religious lives. And he concludes by saying it is important that we reclaim the name of Windrush in joy and celebration for the substantial achievements of the generation, and thank you again for allowing me a small part to play in your commemoration service today. Signed, Rishi Sunak, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. We also have greetings from the Governor-General of Jamaica, and he also expresses his appreciation. He says, as we look around us today, we see a Great Britain that is vibrant, diverse, and rich in culture. The success story is indelibly intertwined with the courage, sacrifice, and enterprise demonstrated by an extraordinary group of people, the Windrush pioneers. And he concludes by saying the Windrush pioneers left an indelible mark on the society and legacy that continues to inspire. They turned challenges into opportunities and helped fashion the diverse, dynamic Britain we know today. Their spirit, their sacrifice, their enterprise, I salute and cherish them all. That's from our Governor-General of Jamaica.
Distinguished guests and friends, when the Empire Windrush cruised into Tilbury Docks in 1948, it opened a new chapter of Black British history, which stretches back through the centuries, featuring heroes such as musician John Blunkett, who played for King Henry VII, Mary Seacole, who saved soldiers in the Crimean War and pioneered nursing practices, and Ulrich Cross, who died aged 96, the most celebrated Caribbean airman of the Second World War, who went on to enjoy a distinguished career as a judge and a diplomat in Africa and the Caribbean, a great Trinidadian and a great Commonwealth statesman. It's a rich history, a proud history. Sometimes the Windrush chapter gives rise to bitter memories, difficult to reconcile with the hopes and expectation of those who left the Caribbean with such hope and courage, enticed to come to what many saw as the mother country, to help to rebuild and restore what was lost during a war which they helped to fight, to preserve the world from the wicked oppression of fascism, only to be met on arrival with the cruel signage of no Irish, no blacks, no dogs, etched into its pages, and vivid illustrations of blatant racism and constant tribulation. But that is only a part of the Windrush experience. Mostly, it's a story of bravery, remarkable resilience, fierce determination, and impressive ingenuity. The people who came from the Caribbean in that era were great adventurers who endured bittersweet goodbyes on sun-kissed islands and left the warm embrace of mothers, fathers, children, and tight-knit communities to explore new lands. The World War had ended, and the prospect of a new era of peace and prosperity was firmly in sight. They arrived on British shores with their life savings, their skills, their dreams, and their spirit of innovation, ready to build a better world. They woke up every day with Maya Angelou's mantra, "Still I rise." Remarkably, through their sacrifice, which was often not respected, and they suffered unimaginable abuse and discrimination, they thrived. They prayed. They saved, built and bought houses, educated their children, and in their downtime, they added the style and grace which enriched all those around them, adding to the rich patina of British culture with more than a little Caribbean style. Adversity seemed to spur them on to make invaluable contributions to their communities as teachers, doctors, nurses, entrepreneurs, lawyers, musicians, and politicians. They added an authentic Caribbean flavour to Britain's cultural melting pot. That is why the Windrush story is dear to me. It's much more than the fact that it is my story, that I arrived here with my parents from the island of Dominica in the 1950s and have tasted the pangs of adversity and the sweetness of triumph. What I treasure most is the vibrant diversity it helped to create and the values it promotes. These values, which include unconditional love in the face of hate, perseverance in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, and tolerance and understanding in the face of racism and xenophobia, defined my journey to becoming the first woman to become Her Majesty's Attorney General in 700 years, and eventually the first woman Secretary General of the Commonwealth, where those same principles are espoused in our Charter. These values are also reflected in my Christian faith and rooted in my belief that we are all God's children, fearfully and wonderfully made, and an expression of His love. Therefore, I hope the memory of the Windrush era will continue to be a catalyst for hope, for peace, cooperation, equality, tolerance, respect, and understanding, and a constant reminder of the resilience of the human spirit.